For years, we've been manipulated by the media and subconsciously shown things that sometimes we don't even know we're being shown. Well, it's time for us to take that power back and check out some of the hidden meanings and images that are being shown to us on a daily basis. From some pretty obvious imagery to a super secret hidden computer code, on today's top 10 list, we will be diving into 10 more famous logos with hidden meanings and finding out what truths they hold. Before I dive into this list, you guys, you know I'm about to remind you about Lindsay's new channel called Peach. If you haven't subscribed yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. Head over there, check it out, and show her some love. Let's get into the list. In our number 10 spot today, we have Beats. The logo for Beats by Dre has always been simple and clean. It's a B that is enclosed by a circle, and it often has the brand name Beats following it, but the logo is still recognizable on its own. The B obviously stands for Beats, so it seems as though this logo is pretty cut and dry and straight to the point, but like all good logos, this one is hiding something. The circle actually represents a human head, and the B is showing the brand's over-ear headphones, which they are best known for. Apparently, the intention behind the logo was to give the brand a personal element and allow customers to see themselves in the headphones. I have to give it up to Beats on this one. It truly is quite a clever logo. In our number 9 spot today, we have Amazon. Amazon is one of the largest online shopping suppliers, and it continues to grow each day. Their logo clearly states their brand name, but that isn't the only reason it is incredibly recognizable. The yellow arrow that is under the writing may be overlooked, but it is actually where the little hidden message is located. The arrow is intended to show that they sell everything from A to Z, which is why the arrow starts off at the first A and ends at the Z in Amazon. The arrow is also slightly curved to represent a smile, with the arrowhead being some sort of personalized dimple or smile line, and apparently this was done to indicate how happy people feel when they shop with Amazon. It only makes sense that a company as large and successful as Amazon would have a simple yet extremely effective logo with its own few hidden secrets. In our number 8 spot today, we have Cisco. Cisco is a world leader when it comes to networking for the internet, and it all got its start in beautiful San Francisco. You might be wondering what this has to do with the logo, but I assure you it is very important. The vertical blue stripes in the logo that hover over the word Cisco might seem like they're there for no reason, but upon a closer look, they seem to closely resemble a similar outline to a very popular San Francisco tourist destination. The blue lines are there to represent an electromagnet, but their shape is a depiction of the Golden Gate Bridge. This is such a clever way to stay on brand with your company, but also continue to pay homage to your roots. In our number 7 spot today, we have Roxy. Roxy is the feminine clothing line that is the counterpart to Quiksilver. In order to try and appeal to young females, the brand designed their logo in the shape of a heart. The logo is obviously different from the Quiksilver logo, but they both had a very similar kind of appearance, but I couldn't quite figure out why. That is until I discovered what is hidden in the Roxy logo. As it turns out, my inkling was right, because the Roxy logo is just two Quiksilver logos that have been turned on their sides. What a genius way to give the brand its own identity while still remaining true to its sister companies. I can't believe I didn't see this before, but it absolutely makes sense to me now that I have that information. Did you guys see this one before, or are you with me that this is a total surprise? Let me know. In our number 6 spot today, we have the Museum of London. The Museum of London logo has quite an interesting look, but I think it definitely suits a museum or gallery. The bright colors around the words of the logo make it very cool and appealing to look at, but who would have thought that the colors and their shapes are placed very meaningfully? They're not just abstract blobs, but instead are actually showing how the geography of London has changed throughout the years, which is meant to represent the constant change of London. The logo is meant to represent the people of London from the past and present as they look towards their future. What an amazing idea for a logo that really captures something quite cool. In our number 5 spot today, we have Green Labs. Green Labs is a digital marketing and web solutions company whose logo you may have seen before. The logo shows the company name written beneath a green tree. What is different about this tree, however, is that where branches and leaves would be, there is actually a brain instead. This might be obvious at a first glance, but there is a message that was the intention behind this creative design. The green color is obviously due to the name of the company, but the brain is meant to represent the intelligence of their staff. It is always good to know when choosing a company to help you with your needs that that they will be well versed and knowledgeable on the topics you need help with most. Having this clearly displayed in the logo was certainly a smart choice on their part. In our number 4 spot today, we have Bird Love. Bird Love is a Vietnamese coffee shop that has a super simple and clean logo, which might make you wonder how anything could be hidden within it. The cleanliness of the logo is actually meant to display the brand's integrity and their dedication to classic Vietnamese coffee, while also displaying how passionate they are about it and how much they truly do love it, which is clearly shown by the heart in the logo. The heart is also what holds another little hidden Easter egg, as it is made up of 2 flying birds, which is clearly to tie the brand's name into its logo image. Honestly, there's a lot to be said for such a nice, simple design that gets so much across. In our number 3 spot today, we have the Via Rail Canada. The Via Rail is a Canadian staple and railway company. I've seen their logo countless times growing up in Canada, so I absolutely cannot believe I didn't see their clever hidden message in this one. At first, the logo just appears to have the word Via written in bright yellow letters, followed by a maple leaf, of course, but the logo is much more on brand than I ever realized. This is a logo that takes advantage of negative space, and the slanted font that is used for the word makes a whole lot more sense after seeing this hidden message. The space between the V and the I and the A show 2 parallel white lines which are meant to represent railroad tracks. Such a subtle, hidden image that is surprisingly effective. In our number 2 spot today, we have the Bronx Zoo. This is another logo that takes advantage of the illusion of negative space. This zoo is the largest zoo in North America and is among one of the largest in the world, so it certainly needs a logo to match. The zoo's logo features some giraffes with birds flying around their heads, which seems on brand for a zoo, but when you take a look at their long legs, you'll find what's really hidden in this one. The negative space shows a depiction of the iconic skyline of New York City with all of its tall buildings. The image, of course, makes a ton of sense with the focus being on the animals, but it ensures to include the zoo's home city. In our number 1 spot today, we have the United States Cyber Command. Okay, this one is way different than the others on this list, and honestly, that isn't very surprising. What also isn't surprising is that the United States Cyber Command logo would have something hidden in it. Hidden in the middle golden ring is a code that consists of 32 letters and numbers that to a non-computer savvy person just looks like nonsense, but it absolutely is not. A threat researcher was able to crack the code, and it turned out to be the MD5 hash of their mission statement. Like many of you, I had absolutely no idea what that meant, but I guess it's a sort of cryptographic function that is used to verify file integrity. It still has me confused on what exactly that means, but it certainly made a bit more sense. This is definitely a hidden logo message that I would have never known about if it wasn't for the sake of some super smart people out there who cracked the code for all of us. Alright guys, that has been our list for today. Thank you so much for checking it out. If any of these surprised you, let me know down below in the comments, because to be honest, they all surprised me. Maybe I need to start paying more attention. I've been your host today, Olivia Kozlowski, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Sorry, I'm just having some water. It's very hot in here. In our number 3 spot today, we have the Via Rail. That was not words. I've seen their logo countless times growing up in Canada. What? Okay, this is what